So good morning students. So in previous lecture of chemistry series of class 12th, we have discussed D and F block elements. I think 4 to 5 lectures have been delivered to you of D and F block elements. Moving further, now I am going one step ahead in D and F block elements. Since till ionization potential I have discussed ionization potential of D block elements, 3D series, 4D series and 5D series I have discussed already. I have discussed atomic radius pattern. I have discussed what is the actual meaning of Z effective, what is the meaning of shielding, what is the electronic configuration pattern based on the Z effective and shielding concept. So moving further, the today's topic is depend on the first, the melting and boiling point of D block elements. D block elements. These are the physical properties which are going to be discussed. First we have discussed atomic radius, then ionization potentials, electronic configuration. Moving on, this is the melting point and boiling point of D block elements. So first of all, we should know that if I am going to point wise, means the D block elements have very high melting points, and boiling points. Why it has very high melting point and boiling point? Because it contain unpaired electron. I'm trying to discuss these things point wise so that it would be easier to remember. So 3D elements have very high melting and boiling point because it contain unpaired electron. So as the number of unpaired electron increases, the metallic binding nature will come into picture. Means जितने भी ज़्यादा number of unpaired electrons होंगे, so those unpaired electrons will be delocalized in the system, and that will form metallic bonding. This metallic bonding depend on the number of unpaired electron. So as we increase the number of unpaired electron, metallic bonding increases. Means from cadmium to titanium to vanadium, chromium, manganese to zinc. Means D1 system, D2 system, further on D5 system and D10 system. ये है हमारा पैटर्न है. So initially number of unpaired electron increases till D5 number of unpaired electron increases in 3D shell. Initially D1 1 unpaired, D2 2 unpaired, D3 3 unpaired, D4 4 unpaired, D5 5 unpaired. After D5, when it comes to D6, one electron get paired, means D6 to D10 pairing occurs. What occurs? Pairing occurs. There are 5d orbitals, 3d series, 5d orbitals. Till D5 there is unpaired one. After D5, D6 it would be paired. Means number of unpaired electron will decreases to 4. Again D7 paired, unpaired electron decreases to 3. So after D5 pairing occurs, and due to pairing number of unpaired electron decreases. Means if metallic bonding depend on the number of unpaired electron, then till D5 series, in the mid of 3D series, till chromium the metallic bonding is going to be increased. So in starting of 3D series, from left to right, melting point and boiling point increases. So I am going to be discuss these points very briefly. In starting from left to right, melting point, boiling point increases. Why? Because number of unpaired electron increases. And then it decreases due to decrease in unpaired electron, due to decrease in unpaired electron. Okay. These are the two points which you have to understand very sincerely, that melting point and boiling point depend on the number of unpaired electron. As we increase the number of unpaired electron, melting and boiling point increases. So moving further, I am making another point. Since manganese, it is D5 conformation, manganese D5 conformation, 4s2 3d5, this is the outer electronic configuration of manganese, 4s2 3d5. This is a stable configuration. Manganese contain a stable configuration. Means in 3D series this is manganese, in 4D series this is technetium, and 5D series this is टकराए Re. ठीक है, this is the Re, I think E. What is the notation of 3D series Re? ठीक है, this is the 5D series in manganese group, manganese group, 3D series, 4D series, 5D series. These three elements have stable configuration of D5. It has D5 configuration. These three elements have D5 configuration. I have already discussed the configuration series. These three elements have D5 configuration, and it is the stable one configuration. Then what happens when any element have stable configuration? Means I am going to rub these points. Means manganese have stable configuration. So what happens? So it will bound more strongly its valence electron. Means manganese का जो nucleus होगा, the nucleus of manganese will bind more strongly the valence electron. It is a stable one. So what happens? So delocalization of electron to make metallic bonding, decreases. What happens? Manganese has stable configuration, manganese, TC, Re, these have stable configuration. So this valence electron will not be delocalized to make strong metallic bonding. Means metallic bonding will be weaker. If bonding will be weaker, then melting and boiling point will be. Suppose I am talking only about melting point. Now about melting point, I am not talking to boiling point. There are some different parameters. Melting point decreases. So melting point basically depend upon which factor? How effective metallic bonding is going to happen. If metallic bonding is strong, then melting point will be stronger. If metallic bonding will be weak, then melting point will be weaker. So these are the factor in starting. Metallic bonding increases, then melting point increases. And suppose I am talking about zinc, D10 system. Zinc, cadmium, mercury, these are D10 system. D10 सिस्टम होने की वजह से ये बेसिकली बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग मेटेलिक बॉन्डिंग नहीं दिखा पाएंगे, बिकॉज इट इज़ स्टेबल कॉन्फ़िगरेशन, एंड इफ इट हैज़ स्टेबल कॉन्फ़िगरेशन, सो वीक मेटेलिक बॉन्डिंग, there are weak metallic bonding within the metals, so melting point decreases very smartly, very fastly. Melting point decreases means सबसे low melting point किन elements का होगा? जिंक का होगा, कैडमियम का होगा एंड मरकरी का होगा. as we decrease the number of unpaired electron, because zinc, cadmium, mercury, these do not contain any unpaired electron. So the melting point of these elements decreases. As we all know, mercury exists in liquid form at room temperature. So minimum melting point किसका है? That is mercury. Mercury exists in liquid form at room temperature. So these are the basic idea behind melting point calculation. How melting point going to decrease? Means initially melting point is cadmium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese. साइंस टीचर वेरी इक्वल मांगे फीस, आयरन कोई नहीं क्यों जाने. जिंक starting melting point increases till manganese, then decreases. In starting melting point increases, then decreases. In this parameter, manganese have low melting point, then manganese have low melting point than iron as well as chromium. Why? Because it is stable configuration D5. So being D5 configuration, it makes weak metallic bonding, and if weak metallic bonding is going to be happen, then what's the next thing? Melting point decreases automatically. So this is the basic idea behind melting point. How you are going to judge the melting point of elements. Zinc, cadmium, mercury, these have very low melting point. Even manganese have low melting point. If question is going to be appear in the board examination, so you have to answer, since manganese have D5 configuration, it is very stable one, its delocalization of valence electron will be decreases. If delocalization is going to be decreases, then what happens? Metallic bonding decreases and melting point decreases. These are the some parameters. Go through the NCERT question, make practice. You have automatically idea about the melting point. So moving further, after melting point, I am going to discuss about the magnetic property. About the magnetic properties of D block elements. magnetic properties of d block elements. Regarding to magnetic properties, I have deal these magnetic properties in coordination compound 2. I said there are two type of compounds. First one is paramagnetic, second one is diamagnetic. There are two type of substances, paramagnetic substances and diamagnetic substances. What is the basic difference between paramagnetic and diamagnetic is that diamagnetic repel to magnetic field. Magnetic field means if there is a magnetic field going on, you place some diamagnetic substance in front of it, diamagnetic, it is diamagnetic, so this field will be going to be repel, this field will be going to be repel. This is the basic idea, these fields will be going to be repel, it is diamagnetic substance, these fields will be going to be repelled. This is the diamagnetic criteria. If suppose you are placing a paramagnetic compound in front of magnetic field, this paramagnetic substance will attract this magnetic field, means paramagnetic substance attracted the magnetic field while diamagnetic substance repel the magnetic field. So this paramagnetic nature of any substance depend upon the number of unpaired electron. If it will contain unpaired electron, then it will be paramagnetic, and diamagnetic when unpaired electron will be zero. If there is no unpaired electron, then it is diamagnetic substance. So in diamagnetic substance there is no unpaired electron. In paramagnetic substance there is unpaired electron. So how many electrons will be unpaired? If there is n number of unpaired electron, then magnetic property, since you know magnetic property of any compound will be denoted by mu, magnetic property will be denoted by mu, and it is given by n plus 2 Bohr magneton Bm, where n is the number of unpaired electron. Okay, n plus 2. So if there is one unpaired electron, 1 plus 2 means magnetic moment will be under root 3. If there is 2 unpaired electron, then magnetic moment will be under root 2 plus 2 under root 8, means 1 unpaired electron. Suppose as 4s2 3d1 system is cadmium system, it contains 1 unpaired electron, so mu will be under root 1 plus 2 means under root 3 Bohr magneton. Suppose there is 2 titanium 4s2 3d2, it contains 2 unpaired electron, so mu will be under root 2 plus 2 Bohr magneton under root 8 Bohr magneton. So this is the criteria how you are going to calculate the magnetic moment value, by observing the number of unpaired electron n, So as we increase the number of unpaired electron, this is the main point, as we increase the number of unpaired electron, what happens? Magnetic property increases, paramagnetic nature increases. What happens? paramagnetic nature increases. As we increase the number of unpaired electron, paramagnetic nature increases. So if I asked you what is the magnetic moment of, if there is a question, what is the magnetic moment of zinc, cadmium, mercury, these all have D10 configuration. D10, if it has D10 configuration, it has 0 unpaired electron. 0 unpaired electron means it has diamagnetic nature. It has diamagnetic nature. Manganese, zinc, cadmium, mercury, these have diamagnetic nature. It will be diamagnetic in nature. It will repel the magnetic field lines. So if I ask what is the magnetic moment of manganese? Manganese. You said, sir, it has 4s2 3d5 configuration. 3d5 means there are 5 unpaired electron. 5 unpaired electron means its magnetic moment mu will be under root 5 plus 2 means under root 35 Bohr-Magstorm. Maximum any element can have 5 unpaired electron in 3D series, because after 5 electrons in 3D there are d6, so 1 electron will be paired. So anyone may be confused that, sir, in coordination you have showed me d5 d6, d5 may obtain T2G3 Eg2, d5 may contain T2G5, but and in this condition 5 unpaired electron, in this condition there are 1 2 3 4 5 1 unpaired electron, 1 unpaired electron. But dear, this happens in the presence of ligands. In the presence of ligands, it will not happen in the isolated manganese state. Now we are studying 3D elements. They are in isolated form. They are not going to be such configuration T2G Eg, because these are splitted states in the presence of ligands, not in the isolated form. Ligands की कहानी यहाँ कुछ भी नहीं है. सो कंफ्यूज नहीं होना है कोऑर्डिनेशन से कि वहाँ हाई स्पिन लो स्पिन करते थे, ऐसा वहाँ पे करते थे, बिकॉज देयर आर सम लिगेंड्स. Here these elements are in isolated state, so we are not going to talk about these configuration. We simply fill 3D series. There are 5 rooms, 5 orbitals, 1 2 3 4 5, then 6 7 8 9 10. We simply consider these 3D series. Okay, so moving further, if I ask about what is the magnetic nature of mercury plus form, Hg plus, you will say that since sir it will mercury जिंदगी कद्दू हो गई 4s2 3d10 in Hg plus form, no, zinc, cadmium, mercury, this is 4 5 6, 6s2 5d10, and Hg isolated Hg, and Hg plus will be 6s1 5d10. There is one unpaired electron in 6s, but you have to know that Hg plus do not exist. It will exist in the form of Hg2 2 plus. Hg2 2 plus means one mercury here, plus form, it contains one unpaired electron. It contains one unpaired electron in the different state. There will be a coupling. It will form Hg2 2 plus, and it will contain 0 unpaired electron. Listen carefully, 0 unpaired electron. This unpaired electrons spin will be cancelled out, and it will contain 0 unpaired electron. So Hg2 2 plus will be diamagnetic. So questions for you to homework. What is the magnetic moment of copper plus, copper 2 plus, manganese 2 plus, copper plus, copper 2 plus, manganese 2 plus, iron 2 plus, cadmium plus, vanadium 3 plus, titanium 2 plus, titanium 3 plus. You have to answer the magnetic moment of these ions. Okay, this is the homework for you. This will be noted down in the fair copy of school. So please try to complete the notes of D and F block elements. I am sending you the notes of D and F block elements on the WhatsApp group. Okay, so moving further, what is the next property? What is the next property? The next one is how to know the color of compounds, color of 3D atoms, elements. So regarding color, I have discussed in coordination compound, color is due to DD transition, in atoms. When they are in bonded state, either in solid form or liquid form, hydrated form, liquid form or solid form, it will be due to DD transition. So go through NCERT book, try to cover the color of these compounds. Why this color appears? Due to absorption of light, and its complementary color appears. I have given the list of complementary color in coordination compound. Suppose there is copper sulfate in hydrated form, it will absorb red light wavelength. विजिबल रीजन में ये रेड लाइट की वेवलेंथ को अब्जॉर्ब करता है. इट अपीयर्स ब्लू, तो ये ब्लू कलर का दिखाई देता है. मीन्स रेड का कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री कलर क्या है? ब्लू. सो कॉपर 2 प्लस 2 फॉर्म में कॉपर +2 ब्लू कलर का हमें दिखता है ड्यू टू डी ट्रांजिशन happening in the. What is D transition? Please go through the lecture of coordination compound. So because these atom color की बात तभी होगी जब these atoms are going to be in combined form with any ligand. Okay, so finally you have to go through NCERT book regarding to color of these compounds. Suppose I am going to talk about, since I have discussed already what is DD transition, you have to go through the lecture of coordination compound regarding color of the complexes, DD transition and charge transfer. So you have to cover this through NCERT and my lecture. So till now I have discussed 3 main property. In today's lecture I have discussed magnetic properties of elements, color of the compounds, and a very important physical property, that is the melting point of compounds. So you have to cover these all topics through NCERT book, and you have to attain the textbook questions and the exercise questions, and you have to make it note down in the fair book. Okay, fair copy. So thank you so much. See you in the next lecture with some another physical properties. I think there is only one physical property remaining, and that is the oxidizing and reducing potentials. Regarding to oxidizing and reducing potential of these 3D elements. So this chapter will be over, and yeah, an important notice is that there is some D block compounds There is two compounds. First one is KMnO4. Second one is K2Cr2O7. These two compound of 3D elements, manganese and chromium के compounds, you have to study their procedure, how to synthesize this in the lab, and their physical as well as their chemical properties and their structure. So these two compounds have been given in the NCERT book. You have to attain these compounds. I am sending a PDF on the WhatsApp group, so you have to note down, and please make sure that the notes will be completed in the fair copy. So finally I am going to stop my lecture here. Thank you so much.